Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope you're keeping well. I am Dr. Mercy, your career coach. Today, let's talk about enrolling our children in a playgroup. I am a very strong believer that a child should be given a chance to grow at home. Yeah, home is the best place for the child to grow. When your child grows at home, you can be sure of the values that you are instilling that child. Nevertheless, there are times when actually your child being in school, the playgroup, is safer than being at home. If as a parent you are not available, you are not there at all, you are a late comer, you come home at midnight and leave at 5 a.m., you have no time to bond with your child. And again, you do not have a good nanny to take care of that child, meaning your child is growing just like a bush. It's just growing. Then my proposal would be consider a playgroup. And of course, not any playgroup. You look for a playgroup where they instill the right discipline, they love your child, they take care of your child, and they do everything that needs to be done to the little one. So when are these other times, apart from being unavailable, that you need to take your child to a playgroup? These are my proposals. I could be wrong. When the child requires early social interaction beyond the family circle, there are children who grow intimidated, they look fearful, they don't know how to approach people, they cry when people come around. Maybe taking that child to a playgroup will be better. Why? Because they will be able to play with the other children who are age mates, and also the children tend to connect. They know how to speak to each other. Again, when your child shows curiosity and readiness to explore new environments, there are children who are generally sharp. And your home may not be good environment for them to explore, because maybe you're not even a teacher, you don't have the skills, you don't know what to do with a child who is curious, you keep on shutting them off. Maybe taking that child to school will be better than the child being at home. And also, if you want to prepare your child for formal schooling, especially around 3 years, when they are expected to be going to school at 4, that is the preschool, it is okay to take that child to school so that they can acclimatize and just have an experience before they go to the formal school. Also, there are children who take a little long to get their milestones. For example, communication skills. If you realize that your child is struggling to speak or to learn to communicate, when they mingle with other children, it becomes easier for them to learn how to speak. As they see the age mates talking, they will also tend to talk. Sometimes children are in the midst of all grown-ups. Your language is too complicated. It's too hard for them. They struggle to learn, and maybe as a parent, you're not available to teach your child how to learn. Then let this child go to school. When parents want to nurture their child's confidence and independence, maybe that your child is clinging so much on you. What about taking this child to school so that they can learn some independence? It is okay to take care of your child. It's okay to love on your child. But there are times when it can be too much until your child's thoughts and minds just are around the parent. So you need to enable this child to be independent. School is a good place, and that is playgroup is a good place for your child to be independent. When your child demonstrates interest in group play or learning activities, there are children who simply enjoy company of other children. They do very well in a group. Now, that child, when you leave them at home, you are suppressing who they are, their personality. That kind of a child should be taken with where the other children are, and playgroup would be a good place for such. When parents seek professional guidance on early childhood development, maybe there is something that you're observing with your child and you feel, I think I need some guidance. So you seek guidance from a professional, and the professional tells you, take this child to school. It is okay. And of course, when the child benefits from a structured daily routine, there are children who won't be guided onto a structure. So it is going to take them to school because school is very structured. We make an attempt at home, and quite a bit of times we do it right, but there are other times that we fail terribly. Okay, so when you want your child to run structure, as a school normally is very structured. There's a time to go to the washroom, there's a time for breakfast, there's a time for lunch, there's a time for everything in school, and there is a bell or there is a teacher saying, everybody behind me, on your finger, on your mouth. School is very structured. So when you want your child to be structured or to learn some kind of structure, school is a good place. And of course, finally, when early identification of learning or developmental challenges is necessary, you want the teacher to help you. Just be sure that your child is growing well. The teacher is able to tell when your child has an issue with sight, because they spend their time together and they sit eyeball to eyeball like this. And when teachers call the kids, the teachers are very intentional. I'm not suggesting that parents are not intentional, but teachers, we are very intentional. So we are able to identify any challenges that the child could be going through, including going for the potty, going to the washroom. Children could just be scared. And the parent has never known why, because at home they are using diapers. Even big children use diapers. As you find a child of 3-4 years is using a diaper, but you see in school they will learn to go to the washroom. So the teacher is able to identify for you just in case there are any challenges. This is your coach, Dr. Mercy Iwoki. Thank you and toodles.